Well, when someone comes into the Buffalo office, it's very common that mom or dad will come in and say, my daughter or my son is living with, the other parent, and they keep on telling me that they want to come live with me. And they want to know, what can I do? Very often the first step would be is to, number one, make sure that the child really does want to make that change. Number two is if you wanted to move forward, you would have to bring an application either to the family court or to Supreme Court to make that application. Once that happens, very often the court will appoint an attorney for that child to represent the child as opposed to mom or dad's position. And then the court will often have to make a decision on what's best for the child. Is it in the child's best interest to move from where he or she is living with either mom or dad to the other parent? Courts will not simply rely on a child's preference, and generally the younger the child, the less weight that a judge will give to that child. A judge will consider what a 16-year-old has to say more than what a 12-year-old has to say. But ultimately, the court is going to make a decision on what's best for the child. The court is going to make sure that the child is not playing mom against dad or dad against mom in making the move. So it's not an automatic rubber stamp, and simply because the child expresses an interest in moving from one parent to another does not necessarily mean that it's going to happen. On the other hand, a child's preference is considered to some degree by the courts when making that decision. If a child comes in and says that it's just an untenable situation, living with mom or dad, either because of a remarriage or because of some problem in the household, like alcohol or drugs or something like that, then that would be given more weight. But every single case is different. The facts and circumstances of every case are different. So when a 12-year-old expresses to mom or dad that they want to make a change, that has to be investigated very carefully to determine whether or not that's in the best interest of that child.